Hello, 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 everybody. It is Chrissy Hannes coming to you in the Global Inspiration Stamp team. Excuse me. I am pre-recording my video. Our family has been separated for, well, the kids were gone for 2 weeks, and then their dad's been gone, and he just got home. So we are spending some much needed quality family time together, which is why I'm not live and I'm doing the pre-recorded video for you guys. So this is our Christmas in July event where we are bringing you guys ways to use annual catalog sets that aren't Christmas to make a Christmas card. And I am from Florida, so I have decided to use the Beach Day stamp set, but I'm also using the little pebble splatter backgrounds out of Layering Leaves. I am using this curved dotted line out of Courage and Faith. And then I am going to use the brand new online exclusives, Greetings of the Season, for my sentiment. Okay, so I'm going to show you my sample card. And this is what I came up with for a Christmas card using an annual stamp set. I colored my lifeguard shack red and green. I made the lifesaver thing a wreath. And I put in a palm tree, and then I used the enamel effects. And I don't know how well those show up on the camera. Oh, they show up pretty good. To make them look like Christmas lights, as if you have a decorated lifeguard shack on the beach. And I think I need to start a thing in my area, and I think we should all have lifeguard shacks that are painted Christmas colors during the winter. All right, so my Real Red card base is standard size, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And oh, I was gonna say, where's my bone folder? But it's literally put away. I cleaned my desk off last night a little bit, and I put it away where it's actually meant to be. And then I have a layer of Granny Apple Green that is 4 by 5 1/4. And I actually have 2 of those because we're gonna put one on the inside as well. Okay, so we can set those aside. And then I have 2 pieces of basic white that are 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And these will be for the inside and the front of our card. So I did create my own background using blending brushes and inks. So let me grab, I started with my crumb cake to make the sand. And it truly, I wish it was, it's not the color of our sand here in Florida. The area of Florida I am in, we are known for our white sand beaches. So this is definitely not the color of sand I am used to. But I can't really make white sand on white cardstock. So I'm just gonna bring in some crumb cake for some sand. And you can go as light or as dark as you want. Okay. Then I always tap my brush in my ink, and then I tap it to the side here to get the dark off, or else you're gonna get big blobs, kind of like I did right there. But I think our lifeguard tower will cover that up. So that's, I'm good with that for the sand. And now this next, it could either look like you're going into the ocean or the sky. We are also known as the Emerald Coast area of Florida, and we're known for our emerald waters. I will actually be on the boat the day I'm supposed to be doing this live, so maybe I'll take a picture if the waters are emerald colored and post it in the group so you guys can all see it. So I'm going to come off again. I'm going to start off my paper, and I'm going to turn it a little bit. And it's okay if you get blobs on this. To me, it just kind of makes it look like ocean waves. I think my Coastal Cabana ink pad needs re-inked. But this isn't the only color we're going to add, so it's okay. So I'm just going to add some of this in here. And then I'm going to bring in, I want it a little darker up there. I think I need to re-ink this ink pad. It's bad. It's a well-loved color in my stamping. Okay, so there's some Coastal Cabana. We'll leave that open for just a minute, but set it off to the side so we don't create a mess. Then I brought in Summer Splash, and I know y'all are probably thinking, those are really similar colors, Chrissy. And they are, but you'll see. We'll still add a little bit of color. It'll change it a little bit. So add a little of this, and then I'm gonna bring in a little tiny bit of Azure Afternoon. Okay, so I changed it a little bit, made it a little more greenish instead of blue. So I'm going to close these ink pads because I will end up making a mess. And then we'll bring in a tad bit, and I say a very little bit, of Azure Afternoon. So let's get these out of the way and put them away because, and I just washed, and I didn't, maybe that's a tip you guys didn't know. Oops, I got blending brushes falling out. I washed all of my blending brushes underneath the kitchen sink until all the ink just ran dry. So there's no blue ink there. So I could actually ink that in pink. I'm not going to. And then I just hung them in the racks on my dishwasher and let them dry for a couple days. And it worked really well. And it's amazing how much ink was in these brushes. It truly was. And I'm going to come in here really light. Like I think I took all the ink off. I got to remember they're not inked anymore and don't have any residual. I don't want a whole lot of this in here. I just want a couple touches. So I hope you guys enjoy these out of the box, I guess, maybe ideas. And I'm really liking how that looks. Maybe a little more right over here. And then this just created our little background. Isn't that fun? Okay. So we're done with the blending brushes, done with the blue inks, but I do need to bring my crumb cake ink back in. And as I said, I used this splatter stamp from the Layering Leaves. I think we have a couple different ones that have it. And I'm just going to come in and randomly stamp all over. And I'm stamping off numerous times. I don't want them all to look the same. And just add some pebbles in the sand. Now, again, that is not my beaches in Florida. We do not have pebbles in our sand. But I can't replicate our white sand beaches. I just can't. Okay, so there's our background. So we are done with that for now. So I'm going to bring in a scrap of paper to do my stamping of my lifeguard tower and my chair. And those will be done in tuxedo. I think I just ate potato chips or something. Tuxedo Memento ink. Goodness, Chrissy. When I have a big stamp like this, I like to bring the ink pad to the stamp. It just makes me see if I'm getting good coverage. And to me, it makes it work better. I'm done with that. Okay. And no, I'm not done with that because we'll do our inside while we're at it. Okay, and then this will be cut and colored and die cut. And then we'll bring our inside piece. So I really kind of went off the wall on this, and I used this little arched shape from the, what did I tell you that was? Courage and Faith stamp set, which was Courage and Faith and Layering Leaves are both $1 Million Achiever sets. So I started kind of in the middle or off to the left, but not all the way. I left a little. I found it was easier to line it up this way, and we'll see how well I do because I can't get my head over it because I'll block your guys' view. And then I came in and did the end ones like this, okay? And then I guess I didn't show you the inside of the card, so you're probably thinking, Chrissy, what are you doing? All right, put that over there, dirty stamp over there, and now I have a beach ball. This is from the Beach Day stamp set. And I'm going to bring these in and I'm going to put them below this line periodically. I think I did pretty good lining those up for not being able to stick my head in the camera. And then we have homemade beach ball Christmas lights. Is that not fun? But now you're like, they're not connected, but they're going to be. I brought in the Stampin' Write marker, the black, basic black. You can buy this by itself. And I just drew a line and connected them. That's all I did. You could get a ruler out and be very precise to make sure they're extremely straight. But honestly, do Christmas cord lights hang straight anyway? No, they don't. Okay. And then just like that, they're connected and we have a string of lights that are beach balls. So then my little beach ball centers in here, I did dark lemon lolly. And that's what I used for the beach flag on the front, because in Florida, yellow flags are your favorite flags at the beach. It means the waters are calm, there's no animals, there's no dangerous sea life, nothing. So I wanted to make it yellow, a yellow beach flag day. And then I came in and colored these because we're going to make this a wreath. Okay. And then I came in, I have a card done, so I will not do all of this coloring for you because it'll take a while. It does take a little bit. Excuse me. This is the light Granny Apple Green, and we're going to use that on our beach balls. And so I would color them all like this. I don't even know if this is bad when I'm not live because I don't know if I'm in the camera while I'm doing a video. I can't remember if I finished my inside or not, so this won't take long. But through the magic of live television or recorded television, I already have one that's completely done. So I did the light, and then I did the light on all of my green that are on the edges. Okay, so I did this area green, but like I said, I already have one done and die cut, and then this area would be green. So I would keep coloring that, and then I did the light real red for the beach balls inside as well, and I just filled those in. But I think I do need to fill them in because I don't know if I finished the inside. It's kind of been a whirlwind since my husband got home. The kids are excited. I'm obviously excited. Trying to get stuff done so we can just enjoy his time off that he gets next week instead of having to stay home and do housework and yard work and get out and enjoy this beautiful weather. So in case I didn't have an inside done, now our inside is done. And then on the areas that weren't the light granny, I would come in and do the light red. And then I would, so this area would all be red, this area, and then all these poles. Okay, but remember, I guess I could set my finished card. So in the end, it's all gonna look like that. In the chair, I did do it, there's not a whole lot of blending, but I just took my dark around and then I blended, but it's truly not a whole lot of blending. Anybody else like that squeaky sound from their blends? I do, because it means your blend's juicy. When they stop squeaking, it means they're drying up. At least that's how it works for me. All right, so I'd do my chair and I would finish coloring that. And then I wanted my wreath to stick out a little bit. On my sample, I made my wreath real red and yellow, and I didn't like it. So when I did this next one, I used the dark granny and made the wreath green and yellow instead, and it looked a little better. Okay. So I would color this, and I went over this a couple times to make it darker, to make it stand out from that lighter granny apple. So you can go over and make your blends darker if you want. And this whole thing would end up colored. But like I told you, so recap of the blends I used: light and dark real red, light and dark granny apple green, and dark lemon lolly. Okay. But through the magic of lovely television and recordings, we have our background that we blended together, and then voila, we have our lifeguard tower. Like that. Isn't it cute? Okay. And then I went ahead and die cut the chair. Ooh, get on there. Like that. Okay. I did not, this flag can hang over just a little bit because we have the border, but when I say a little bit, I mean a little. And then I die cut a pecan pie palm branch. And then from Granny Apple Green, I cut out the palm leaves, and you get 2 of these in the set, and they just kind of layer together like so, I guess. Doesn't matter. Like this. That makes palm tree. Okay. So now we really just need to assemble our card and then add our greetings, and we will be done. I'm just going to check and make sure I'm not really in the camera. Okay. There. Stay above that line. Watch. I'm going to draw myself a line. I don't like when I'm not live because I can't see if I go out of camera, because I'm recording this on my phone. Okay. So we're just going to assemble this, and then we will put our card together. All right, so I did not pop anything up. I simply used my Tombow glue and glued everything down. Because I added the extra layer of cardstocks, I didn't want this card to be so thick that I need extra postage to mail it, because stamps are already expensive enough as they are. All right, this you want to do very light glue because it's got the slits. It's got a little bit of slits in it. So I'm literally going to just try to do it as light as possible, like so. And we'll glue our little palm tree down. Okay. And then we'll glue our lifeguard station down. Oh, look, a piece didn't come out from the die. Good thing I caught that before I glued it down. And then I really love this set, and honestly, being from Florida, I bought it as soon as it came out last year, and I really haven't played with it as much as I thought I would, but I thought it was perfect for a Florida Christmas card, really. All right, we can put that right there. Okay. And then we can adhere this to our layer. And I got to put my palm tree leaves on. And then I must not have put glue on my, there it goes. Okay, and then this will go on our card base. I guess I could pop this up, but then I think it would make it too bulky to mail. So I'm not gonna pop it. I mean, this could be a hand-delivered Christmas card to one of my Florida friends, but I'm just gonna do it all flat like my sample was, keep it the same. So, like that. So I'll probably have to catch almost everybody's projects on. Oh, and then look, I wrote joy. There's not a stamp small enough. I looked, and there's just not one small enough. So I just took my black marker. I didn't even finish. I didn't put it on my original. I thought about this last night. Joy. I just wrote the word joy in there. Like that. By hand. Okay. Isn't that cute? So that's the original. All right, so back to this one. To do our palm trees, I'm literally just going to put a drop of glue right there and along this edge before it hits the slit. Okay, get back in the view, Chrissy. All right, and this one is gonna go like this. Oh, I got sticky fingers. How'd that happen? And then I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. Just put a little along the top and in the middle. And we'll put this one like this. And there you have a cute little palm tree. Isn't that cute? Okay, now to finish decorating this, I did bring in the Season's Greetings stamp, and I stamped it in Night of Navy. Like so. Get you back up here. And I just put that right there. Okay. And then we will put our inside piece in, and that's gonna layer as well. And I'm not gonna, wrong glue. I'm not going to put an inside sentiment yet. I'm gonna wait and see what comes out in the mini catalog before I do that. Like so. And it might be fine just with Season's Greetings on the front. You sign, oh, I got ink on that. Crazy. Okay, I will fix that later, but it will come off. It might actually be glue. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about it now, but I'll fix it. Have no fears. I don't even, oh, it's blue ink. I'm sure everybody has those days where no matter what you do, you get ink on something. Okay, so there's the inside, and I will fix that. All right, but I wanted to show you how I did the enamel dots. Let's close that Night of Navy ink pad before I end up sticking my arm in it. Okay, so here's our card, and my sample, I just used the metallic and I used the silver, but then my real red ones came in. So that's where I went in here and I put red ones on the wreath to make it look like berries. And then I thought I could alternate them on here and make them look like multicolored lights. So we might do that. And you will have to set this aside and let it dry. If you don't put them on real thick, I'm just dabbing them. It doesn't take a lot of time to dry, but you do have to have dry time, okay? It's not instant, but I love these. I love these effects. I think they're pretty. All right, we'll sparkle some red in there. And then I came along and I did the railings. And I'm not putting them on thick. I'm going very light. Just a quick little dab. Okay. And then I just connected the lights. I guess these ones are all going to be silver because I forgot to swap them out. Oh well. And it's quick. And like I said, it will need dry time. Just set it over somewhere where it's not going to get hit by anything. Okay. And there, it looks like we have Christmas lights. But I did leave some room on the palm tree. So maybe we'll put some red lights on the palm tree. Make our palm tree sparkle red and silver. And again, I'm just dabbing. I am not putting this on thick. It's, oh, that one did. So you might get an air bubble and it might come out a little thicker than you wanted it to. But just add some red dots in here. And there we have a cute Christmas card that has nothing Christmas related except the sentiment. But this is an annual catalog stamp set. And the other thing I need to do is tie my bow. And for that, I used linen thread But I'm not going to be able to put it on because my enamel effects are dry. So when this dries and I post a photo in the group, I will have a bow there. But I should have put that on before I put my lights on, and I just didn't think about it. So anyway, here's my Christmas card using a non-Christmas stamp set for Christmas in July. I hope you guys are having a wonderful time watching us as usual. I'll be catching most everybody on the replay, but can't wait to watch. And I hope you guys have a warm, wonderful, sunny summer day in July while watching Christmas card inspiration. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.